Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Should I pull up a full-time LeBron jock sniffer and show you his... See, now y'all gonna make me do it to y'all, man. Nobody juggles LeBron's balls more than this dude right here. Nobody. This dude is a full-time ball juggler. Where is his... He deleted a lot of his videos because he's an idiot. He goes on the internet and starts cursing like a crazy person, and then he gets his videos deleted because he's an idiot. Let me show y'all his videos. LeBron fans, look. Look. Where are these magical views that are coming from LeBron? Look. Look. This is a LeBron sniffer. Look at him. Look, we can just keep going. It's LeBron every single day. LeBron, 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 look. Every single second. So where are all these views? Where are all these views that y'all are talking about? Y'all saying, oh, Dreamers Pro's making money because he talk about LeBron. Okay, so where the views at?
I wanna be good to you, baby. Ooh.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl.
Call me crazy, but
That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
Have you ever felt warm on a cold
You
night?
lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I wanna be good to you, baby. Ooh.
You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists
Call me crazy,
who just hate LeBron because of his politics.
That's right.
Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD.
Have you ever felt
You heard?
warm
SMD.
on a cold night? How it get you when you least expect
You heard me?
it?
SMD. Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans.
I'm a rolling stone.
So while you're on the internet doing your foo-foo man jokes and your foo-foo this and your foo-foo that and all of these other foo-foo and all of that and all of that, your foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's what would happen. So while you cracking all these jokes and you think you're funny and doing all these racist jokes and this and that and calling me this and calling me that, just know what it is.
Would you leave?
Just know that the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's all I want to tell you.
Game from some heavyweights, catching buses, making change from another place.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking
Stone.
He fucking disrespected the bitch.
I'm sorry.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? He fucking disrespected the bitch.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
LeBron fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are actually back, man. Y'all do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, and drop a like on the video, man. I told you guys, man, this stuff is getting wicked out here. Okay, this stuff is getting wicked out here. This stuff is happening at pretty much every level, right? They are gentrifying everything. Okay, they're kicking the blacks out, and they're moving in the whites. And honestly, this situation with Ryan Clark, this might have been the most bizarre situation that I've seen from ESPN in a while. So if you guys are, not aware of what actually transpired earlier today, Ryan Clark, ladies and gentlemen, was actually fired on live television.
What do you mean by that?
I can't even talk. This shit is hilarious, man. Yes, folks. Ryan Clark. He's been a staple on First Take, on all the shows, Get Up, whatever the case was, folks. Yes. Ryan Clark was actually, he was fired today, folks. On live TV. Now, I was a little bit confused as to why. Okay. Now ESPN is trying to frame this as, oh, we're just making, cuts and, people are going to, get fired, after Ryan Clark. That's what they're trying to say. But ladies and gentlemen, we found out why Ryan Clark was actually fired. Okay. So The Athletic, they reported on this, folks. I want you guys to take a listen to this, folks. This is actually pretty insane. It says Ryan Clark's firing from ESPN was influenced by his perceived poor verbal conduct, particularly toward colleague Peter Schrager. On Get Up last September, after Schrager defended Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb's performance in a season-opening loss, Clark said, quote, "That's the non-player in you." Schrager asked Clark not to belittle him, and later that day, Ryan Clark apologized on Twitter, writing, "Today I had an interaction with my colleague both on and off the air that I regret." Now, those of you guys who didn't see the interaction, folks, this was the interaction that Ryan Clark and Peter Schrager had on Get Up.
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this number one wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb. But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target. But I'm saying
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying AJ Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV, and so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop! That's no. CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not looking at fantasy football,
Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3X players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for me.
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this number one wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb. But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target. But I'm saying
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying AJ Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV, and so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop! That's no. CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not looking at fantasy football,
Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3X players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for me.
Okay, so you guys saw the interaction, ladies and gentlemen. I have a few thoughts on this. Okay, shout out to CPA Joe with the $2 super chat. You said this was very nasty. Shaking my head. Folks, I have a couple of thoughts on this. Number one, this is the problem I feel when it comes to the whites in black sports, right? The whites have made an entire industry, right, essentially criticizing black athletes. Every day, Monday through Friday, this is what they do. Okay? They've made an entire industry doing this. Okay? These dudes do this literally every single day. They wake up and they criticize the black athletes. I even noticed this when Luker came to the Fakers, right? This is why I fell out with that clown, Johnny, from Joke James Kingdom. Because I was asking the clown, because I noticed when Anthony Davis, got traded, right? Everybody was like talking negatively about Anthony Davis as if he was the only one that got traded, right? So I'm a fair individual. If you're going to criticize Anthony Davis, if you're going to say he's, always injured and he's never available and, he couldn't anchor a defense, which is insane, but this is what people were saying when he got traded, right? Okay, cool. My issue was they weren't keeping the same energy with Luker. This is why me and that clown from FYF, that pod trash, this is why me and this clown fell out. Because I asked him one day, I'm like, yo, dude, you had so much to say about Anthony Davis's defense. Are you going to talk about Luker's defense? Because Luker's defense is 10 times worse than Anthony Davis's defense. He never mentioned anything about Luker's defense. What I did is I identified him as a clown, and then I stopped dealing with him, right? Once I identified he was a clown, I said, you know what, I'm done with this dude. He's a joker. So I stopped entertaining him, right? Because he's a clown to me. Folks, you have guys like Peter Schrager, right? This dude, he gets to sit up on TV, right? And he gets to criticize blacks, right? You see, he's up here talking about who? Blacks, right? CeeDee Lamb and, AJ Brown, or whatever the conversation was about. That's perfectly fine for the white man to criticize the black man. But then you're going to see it right here in this interaction, right here in 4K. When the black man flips the script and then criticizes the white man, that's where they draw the line, okay? Let's go ahead and listen to this again.
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this number one wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb.
But that's the when was the one target?
That's the target.
But
though.
I'm saying
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying
got
AJ Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV, and so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop! CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not looking at fantasy football,
Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to pay attention this upcoming season when it comes to Luker. You said you're copying Fufu Man's content. He talked about this earlier today. Dude, this is a national story. Do you think Fufu Man is the only person that talked about this? What are you even talking about?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. I know what you're in here to do. You're here to cause confusion. That's what you're here to do, right?
They only here to cause confusion. If this was chess, we'd be yelling checkmate 3 years ago, because we've been beat these. It's not a game. What you be having now? We're here to cause confusion. If this was chess, we'd be yelling checkmate 3 years ago, because we've been beat these. It's not a game.
Chad, he's in here to cause confusion. Let's continue on. So like I said, right? I want you guys to pay attention to this upcoming season. Have you guys noticed? Let's compare this, right, to what's going on with the Fakers. Okay, have you guys noticed that nobody is holding Luker to a championship level expectation? Have you guys noticed that? I remember vividly when LeBron James came to LA. Faker fans said, we don't care what you did in Cleveland. We don't care what you did in Miami. You got to do it here. And they held him to a standard of excellence and winning a championship. They held him to a standard, right? Have you guys noticed with Luker? You know, you realize this was Luker's second playoff run with the Fakers. You guys understand that? He's been here for 2 playoff runs now. And guess how many games he's won? In 2 years with the Fakers in the playoffs. He's won 1 game. In the playoffs, he's won 1 game. Luker. There's no outrage. You want to know why? Because he's a shitty white boy. So the standard is different, right? When it's LeBron, it's, oh, we only got 1 championship in 8 years. But here goes Luker. You only got 1 playoff win in 2 years. 1 playoff win in 2 years. And he's in the middle of his prime. You guys got LeBron when he was out of his prime. LeBron came to the Fakers at 35 years old. He was out of his prime when he came to the Fakers and still delivered a championship. You guys got Luker dead smack in the middle of his prime at 25 years old. He's been here 2 seasons, 2 playoff runs, and he's won 1 playoff game. Why is there no outrage? Where's the same energy? They're not going to keep the same energy. They're not. Because that's not what the business is built off of. Have you guys noticed? Let's just take Fufu Man, for example. Have you guys noticed he never criticizes the Joker? Have you guys noticed that? He never criticizes the Joker. He never criticizes Luker. He never criticizes Aston Reeves. In fact, I can take it past Fufu Man. This is what I was asking Lowe about. I asked Lowe this. I called in the Lowe show. I was about to ask him a serious question. Folks, he kicked me off the show before I could even get to my question. He kicked me off the show.
Yo, so I just had a quick question, Lowe, because I got on Twitter a little bit earlier, and I saw you kind of going viral with this clip you had of screaming about De'Aaron Fox, right?
Facts.
So, you know, my question to you would be, because I was a little bit disappointed to see a fellow black man, right, chimping out on Twitter over De'Aaron Fox. You know, he didn't play his best.
Yeah.
And the goofballs that say they're LeBron.
Let me go ahead and let everybody understand. Yeah, like mad big weirdo. Just a mad weird. Yeah, not going to entertain nonsense like that. You do that on your own channel. Don't come over here with my channel and do that. You do that on your own channel.
I wanna be good to you, baby. Ooh.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Call me crazy, but I think
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Chat, do you guys remember when Lowe's fat ass went viral when he was screaming about De'Aaron Fox being trash in the finals? You guys remember that? I called into his show to ask him, like, yo, why don't you ever keep this same energy with whites? I've never seen you, screaming about how trash Luker is. I've never seen that, Lo. Same thing with Fufu Man. You guys know the Fufu Man, right?
So while you're on the internet doing your Fufu Man jokes and your Fufu this and your Fufu that and all of these other Fufu and all of that, the Fufu Man would take your girlfriend. That's what would happen. So while you cracking all these jokes and you think you're funny and doing all of these racist jokes and this and that and calling me this and calling me that, just know what it is. Just know that the Fufu Man would take your girlfriend. That's all I want to tell you.
Oh, man. Chat, do you guys ever wonder why they never criticize whites every day like they do the blacks? Do you guys want to know why? Because that's not what this business is built off of. This business, just like the NBA, okay? Sports media and the NBA work in conjunction. Okay? Just like the NBA is built off of blacks, so is sports media. I told you guys about Skip Bayless, right? He's known as the godfather of debate shows. But, ladies and gentlemen, have you guys ever noticed that he's never been able to pop without black men? He's never been able to pop without black men. First it was Stephen A. Smith. Then it was Shannon Sharpe. Then it was Gilbert Arenas. Folks, without black men, Little Skipper is irrelevant. Same thing with the NBA. Without black men, this league would have went under. Yeah, when the white boys were running around, it was a failing league. Everybody was coked out. The games were on tape delay. There was no money to be made. Niggas had to work 2 and 3 jobs while simultaneously playing in the NBA. Then they integrated the sport. They let the niggers in. And guess what? Now the niggers turned it into a multi-billion-dollar operation. The league is built on the backs of blacks. It's the same thing in sports media. Nobody wants to hear, anything about Luker. There's a reason why he hardly gets criticized. You want to know why? Because people genuinely don't care. And this is what I've been trying to tell Faker fans, right? This upcoming season, you guys are going to see. You guys just saw Adam Silver a couple days ago say, yo, LeBron, when are you going to make your decision? We need to make our schedule. Why are you waiting on a 41-year-old to make your schedule? Don't you got Luker in LA? Don't you got Jason Tatum in Boston? Don't you got Jalen Brunson in New York? Don't you got Anthony Edwards in Minnesota? Why are you waiting on the 41-year-old to decide where he's going to go for you to make your schedule? Because the NBA is built on the back of LeBron James. He is the NBA. When you think of the sport of basketball, you think of LeBron James. You don't think of Luker. You don't think of Aston. You think of LeBron. So it's the same thing in sports media. They don't ever criticize whites. Because number one, nobody gives a fuck to begin with. If Get Up and First Take and all these shows started off criticizing the Joker and Luker, we wouldn't even tune into that trash. We tune in to see what they're going to say about LeBron, about Kevin Durant, about Kawhi. We care about the blacks. We don't care about the whites. So the whites, they get to go unchecked. They get to stink the joint up. They get to get their cheeks busted every season, and nobody says anything. Nobody holds them accountable. It's the same thing in media. You can have a guy like Peter Schrager. Listen, I don't even know anything about Peter Schrager, and I already know he's trash. His name's Peter Schrager. He sounds like some trash. Hell, if we're being honest, most of the mayonnaise media is garbage. They're all garbage. They all suck. From Jovan Booty to Trevor Lame to all these guys. They're all cornballs. They all suck at their job, right? They're trash. But we're not allowed to say that, though. Because if you do, you're going to be like Ryan Clark. And they're going to neuter you. They're going to snip your balls off. They're going to buck break you. You guys see the title of the show. That's what they did to Ryan Clark, okay? They buck broke him. You guys see the thumbnail, right? What does buck breaking mean? Buck breaking refers to a controversial and offensive term used to describe an alleged, there's nothing alleged about it, right? I don't know why they put alleged in there. There's nothing alleged about it. This is what happened. Why do these people always want to rewrite their demonic history? You guys notice that, chat? They always want to rewrite their demonic history. No, this is what you people did. Now it's alleged? Now it's allegedly? Okay. Buck breaking refers to a controversial and offensive term used to describe a historical practice during American slavery. It is defined as the public torture and sexual assault of strong, rebellious, enslaved black men by white enslavers, supposedly done to physically and psychologically emasculate them and crush their defiance. What we saw today from ESPN, we've seen it over and over and over again. ESPN, Bob Iger. Folks, I'll give you guys a perfect example. You guys remember a couple of weeks ago when Stephen A. Smith went on his rant about white players? You guys remember that? Let me ask you guys a question. Why didn't Stephen A. Smith do that on First Take? Wait, is my mic on? Chat, I'm asking a question. Did you guys hear what I said? Wait, can you guys hear me? Is my mic on? It's a little bit quiet in the chat right now. I'm asking you guys a question. Stephen A. Smith, a couple of weeks ago, talked about how the fakers aren't going anywhere with white men. Ask yourself this question. Why didn't Stephen A. do this on First Take? Because his ass would have been grass. His ass would have been grass. He'd be over there on the pivot with Ryan Clark, fired from ESPN. There's a reason he didn't bring that topic up on First Take. There's a reason why. Stephen A. Smith, I told you guys this a long time ago. He been sold his cheeks. His bussy is gone. He don't even know where his bussy's at. He been sold his bussy. All these dudes are sellouts, man. Listen, you don't make it to ESPN without being a sellout. You won't even get that far if you're not a sellout. It's almost a requirement. It's a part of the job. If you make it to ESPN, number one, you've sold your bussy. And you're most definitely a coon. There's no, folks, what are we even talking about? There's no two ways around that. You're a coon.
This is the number to call. I just got to say it, y'all. Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Your three top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. And we got a whole bunch of brothers on Team USA. What y'all think this is? This is basketball. This is basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your three most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. Sorry to the leadership of SiriusXM, Eric Spitz, Steve Torrey, Mad Dog Russo. Sorry if it makes y'all uncomfortable. Love y'all. Y'all know that. But damn it, I'm a brother. Yo, this is basketball. I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. Ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Lakers, Tinseltown, a place where everybody from Wilt and Kareem and Shaq and Magic and Kobe, yes, Jerry West before them, yes, George Mikan before the aforementioned centers. But this is the Lakers. This is Southern California. This is La. This is LA, baby. This ain't Utah. And even in Utah, when you had Stockton, you had Malone. Even when you had Hornacek and Stockton, you still had Malone. Even when you had the 7'4" Eaton, you still had Malone and Byron Russell. I mean, what's up? Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. You ain't going anywhere. Being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening. And Luka's a bad brother. And Austin Reeves is no scrub. And they both have earned what they have earned. And then with LeBron James or some other brothers, I get. But those two and Walker Kessler? You ain't scaring anybody with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know, we appreciate I guess the sentiments of Stephen A. Smith, but I mean, why didn't he say that on First Take? Come on, man. All you niggas, like I said, if you see a black man on a national platform, he sold his butt. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, folks. He sold his butt. You're not a Ryan Clark found out today, chat. He got his Negro wake-up call. Okay? He got his Negro wake-up call. You're not allowed to criticize the whites, dude. You're not allowed to do that, Ryan Clark. What were you thinking? Okay? And you notice, chat, you notice how, like, whenever a black man criticizes the whites, do you guys notice how they always apologize first? You guys heard Stephen A. Smith. He apologized to the head of SiriusXM. He apologized to Mad Dog Russo. I'm going to play this Ryan Clark clip again. Watch. Before he criticizes this white boy, he had to apologize to him first.
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at A.J. Brown, which is this #1 wide receiver who got 1 target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb. But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target.
But
though.
I'm saying
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the 1 target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying
got
A.J. Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like,
I mean,
like
yes,
that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop. That's no. That CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not saying.
I'm not looking at fantasy football, Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you notice how Ryan Clark had to apologize before criticizing the white boy? This is what you have to do, folks. This is what you have to do. Okay? You have to sell your butt, and you have to bow down to these white boys. If you're unwilling to do that, guess what? They're not going to hire you. And if they do hire you and you go against the program or you go against the script, guess what they'll then do? They'll fire you. That's what they did to Ryan Clark, okay? They buck broke him. It's that simple. Now, it's a good thing that Ryan Clark, built up his own platforms. Because if you guys are noticing, that's the new strategy that a lot of these dark butts are doing, right? And like, for example, Shannon Sharpe, right? It was very smart of him while he was working for the white men to build up his own platform. So just in case, he feels like, okay, I'm done kissing, these white folks' asses. Now he's got something he can fall back on. He's got Club Shay Shay. He's got Nightcap, right? Ryan Clark, thank God you got the pivot. So now guess what? You can pivot. Now you can pivot and go do something else. And now you can maybe stop pandering, Ryan Clark. Hopefully you'll stop pandering to these white boys. Because simping, chat, when you see these clowns on national television simping for white boys, where does it get them in the end? Where does it get him? He did all that simping. Shannon Sharpe, you kissed Skip Bayless's ass for years. And where did it get you? It got you a shit sandwich. He told you to put your fucking glasses back on. Kissing white men's asses, it brings you, there's no ROI on kissing a white man's ass. There's no ROI on that. I for the life of me, I will never understand why you niggers continue to pander to white men. What are you gaining from this? Okay, you got a job? At what price? You had to give up your cheeks to get it.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
You dudes are gonna learn, dude. All right, you're gonna learn. Okay. Get your own shit, man. Start your own shit. Guess what? If it takes you 5, 10, 20 years to build it, guess what? Who cares? It's better than going into work every day, right? Jester maxing with your fucking clown suit on, pandering to the white man. That's all you dudes are doing. Stephen A., Ryan Clark, Shannon Sharpe. All y'all are doing is dressing up and jester maxing on national TV for Bob Iger. And in the end, guess what you got? You got fired on live TV. They don't have any respect for you niggers. And you played the sport. That's all he was telling this white boy. He was like, yo, listen, dude, with all due respect, man, like, you didn't play the sport. I did. And the white boy's like, well, come on, man, don't belittle me. Come on, I can come on the show and give a different perspective. No, you should honestly shut the fuck up. Peter Schrager. You should honestly shut up. Okay, I'm going to play this clip for you guys again. Notice how he's over-talking everybody. Listen to this clip again. It's going to be Peter Schrager. He's cutting niggas off. He's over-talking people. Right? It's like, who are you? What passes did you catch? Seriously, how many Super Bowls you won? How many touchdowns you scored? Why are you the loudest one on the panel?
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at A.J. Brown, which is this number one wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb.
But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target.
But
though.
I'm saying
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying A.J.
outside
Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like,
I mean,
that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop. CeeDee Lamb is
let me tell you why. I'm not looking
at fantasy football. Ryan, I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
This is the problem, chat, with media. You have these nerds up here. They never did shit. And then they're up here acting like they know what they're talking about, and they're dead wrong. They're dead wrong, bro. They don't know what they're talking. This is why I stopped taking Shannon Sharpe seriously. I was listening to his basketball takes one day. I was like, This dude don't even know what the fuck he be talking about. So I stopped listening to him when it came to basketball. I only pay attention to his football takes. This isn't just about Peter Schrager. This is about all these dudes. You know, you have football guys, they want to talk about basketball, they don't know what they're talking about. You got basketball guys trying to talk football, they don't know what they're talking about. Then you got regular guys off the street trying to act like they know more than the players. No, dude, just be quiet, man. If you're on the set with Ryan Clark, this dude played in the NFL, and he's trying to tell you something, like, you should honestly just be quiet, you know? Sit back and defer to him. You didn't play. I that would be like me trying to, like, debate Ryan Clark on football. I never even played football. This man played in the NFL. I'm pretty sure he knows more football than I'll ever know. I'm not going to sit up here and go back and forth with him and all that. You got it. You got it, bro. Now, basketball, that's a different story. But football, I'm going to defer. Peter Schrager should have deferred. He should have shut his mouth. He's just like Skip Bayless. You got Skip Bayless up on TV arguing with Shannon Sharpe about football. You don't think Shannon Sharpe eventually got tired of that? You got Shannon Sharpe, who's a Hall of Famer, 3-time Super Bowl champion, and he's arguing football with a guy who never even played football. You don't think after a certain amount of years doing that, you wouldn't get offended? Of course you're going to get offended. Like Shannon Sharpe said, all he did was say, yo, Tom Brady's playing bad this year. And then Skip tried to belittle him. He was way better than you were. You don't think niggas would get tired of that after a while? This is the problem in media. You got these scrawny ass white boys. What did Jalen Rose call Skip Bayless? Water Pistol Pete. That's what Jalen Rose called him. Water Pistol Pete. You've never played this sport. And you're sitting on TV acting like you're some aficionado. Shut the fuck up. It's that simple. So like I said, man, shout out to Ryan Clark. You know, good thing he's got his own shit going on and he doesn't necessarily need these folks. Start your own shit, man. Hire your own people and just run it like that, dude. Okay? Just run it like that, you know? But when you dudes want to go corporate, when you want to go sell your booty to Bob Iger, it's just never going to end well, bro. Because the second you slip up and say the wrong thing, they're going to fire you. Ask Stephen A. Smith. He's already been fired from ESPN. Yeah, go look it up. He got fired back in what, 2009? He already got fired from ESPN. He knows what he can and cannot say. He can criticize the blacks all day. That's perfectly fine. You can't criticize the white boys. Over here at the locker room, I don't give a fuck. You white boys are gonna get this work. Okay? The same way the blacks get the work, you white boys are going to get this work. Yeah, it's all fun and games when we're talking about LeBron. It's all fun and games then. Right? It's all fun and games when you niggas is calling LeBron LeBum. It's all fun and games when y'all calling Bronny LeBummy. Right? It's all fun and games then. LeBum, LeFraud, LeThis, LeThat. It's fun and games then. But then when I get on that sorry ass white bitch Luker, now all of a sudden we're racist? No, dude, this isn't racism. This is fairness. When I tell you guys Luker's a bitch, all of a sudden I'm a racist now? No, he's a bitch ass white boy. Nobody fears him. Nobody respects him. It's the same thing with Aston. But when I say anything about the white man, oh, you're a racist. No, dude, this isn't racism. Y'all love telling your truth about the black men. Why can't I tell my truth about the white man? White men fucking suck. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, chat?
You set me up. Look, Raymond. Now, I seen you hustle, man.
Hey, I ain't never used no goofy white motherfucker like that.
Hey, who you calling goofy white motherfucker?
Hey, you
okay,
goofy
man,
white
let's
motherfucker.
Go, let's go.
I wanna be good to you, baby. Ooh.
So yeah, that's really all I got, chat, on the Ryan Clark segment. You know, y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. We got niggas in here talking about Dreamers Pro. You said he's the king of independent NBA media. He doesn't talk about the NBA. What are you talking about? He doesn't even talk about the NBA. He talks about LeBron and his balls. What are you talking about?
You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics. Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard? SMD. You heard me? SMD.
Have you ever felt warm?
Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans. You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
So, man, I'm so in love. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss your touch.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I want to get back every day because it means so much to me.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Dreamers Pro doesn't talk about the NBA. Okay, he covers LeBron's balls, and that's really it. To say that Dreamers Pro talks about the NBA, I mean, that's comical. So yeah, he doesn't even cover a team, honestly. You know, he covers one player. He doesn't even cover LeBron. You know, what Dreamers Pro does is he goes on the internet and he finds a clip from another pod trasher talking shit about LeBron or an article or whatever, and then he just does a, video on that. That's what he does. To sit up here and act like he's like credible in any sense, I mean, that would just be a complete lie. So yeah, we'll let you run with whatever narrative though you want to run with, dude. I'm not gonna fight you on it. You got it, King. You said it's crazy because I don't care about motherfuckers I hate or dislike, yet Bron fans stay in Bron spaces. Well, LeBron is basketball. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, Kobe's dead. So I mean, his story is over. So the Kobe fans, they have nowhere to go. Jordan and Kobe fans, I mean, Jordan hasn't played in 30 years and Kobe's been dead for almost a decade. So, they I mean, it's funny how they'll say like, LeBron fans are homeless. Well, Jordan and Kobe fans, you guys are fatherless. You guys are fatherless. Like, you don't have a father, especially the Kobe fans. You guys don't have a father. Niggas like LeBron fans are homeless. You guys are fatherless. Your GOAT is gone, Like I said, he didn't want to pay his debts to the Illuminati, so they took him out. You got to pay your debts to the Illuminati. Everybody knows that, right? When you sign these $100 million lucrative contracts, that's not free money, dude. It's like a loan. It's like a credit card. If American Express gives you a credit card and they give you, a $100,000 limit, yeah, you can go spend it, but guess what? You got to pay that money back, dude. You got to pay that money back. It's the same thing with the Illuminati. When they give you guys these $100 million contracts, dude, you have to pay your contracts back. Okay? Kobe didn't want to pay his contract back. so they took him out. It just is what it is. He said you're mental. Listen, dude. Dreamers Pro lives in Nigeria. Okay? He lives in Nigeria, dude. And he covers LeBron's balls all the way from Nigeria. He lives in a whole other continent. And I'm the mental one? Without LeBron James, Dreamers Pro would be living in poverty. There's no job market in Nigeria. What job is he going to go get over there? There's no jobs in Nigeria. Matter of fact, let me see. Give me 1 second. That's actually a good question. What's the minimum wage in Nigeria? Let me see. Minimum wage in Nigeria. Let me see. In USD. Exactly. That's what I thought. Why do you guys think Dreamers Pro makes 4 LeBron videos a day plus 2 live streams? Because he can't go get a job in Nigeria. Look at this, chat. Nigeria's official national minimum wage is in 70,000 per month. Due to currency devaluations and fluctuations, this currently translates to approximately $40 to $45 per month. I told him this the other day. He's poor. He blocked me. He's poor. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being poor. Right? But you don't have to hate on another black man every day because you're poor. That's what he does. He hates on LeBron every day because he's poor. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know? Like, go get a job, dude. You know, hating on LeBron. He turned hating on LeBron into a career. I mean, that's pathetic. That's actually pathetic, chat. He turned hating on LeBron James into a career. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about? We're talking about Dreamers Pro here. Ask Dreamers Pro why he fled America. He couldn't afford rent. He couldn't afford his rent. He couldn't afford his house, right? So he had to flee. He had to go where it was cheaper at. So that's what he does. He makes his 4 LeBron videos a day, and he's able to buy fufu. That's why I call him Fufu Man. So yeah.
LeBron fans.
This is why he blocked me the other day. We already exposed him for being poor. He's poor, man. You have to be poor if every day you wake up to hate on LeBron James. Like, you're poor. You guys, like, why did it take me for y'all to realize that? You wake up every day to hate on another black man. If anything, hate on a white boy. Not only are you poor, you also hate yourself too. You hate yourself and you hate people that look like you. Why don't you ever hate on these white boys? So not only are you poor, you also hate yourself. I mean, what are we talking about? What this is your GOAT? This is your hero? The fuck out of here, man. This is your GOAT, man. Dreamers Pro. You know how much of a loser you have to be to where Dreamers Pro is your GOAT? That's crazy. I had some clown the other day. I had to block this clown. He says something about Trevor Lane. Oh, I think that's what he said. I think he said you'll never be Trevor Lane or something like that. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about?
What do you mean by that?
Who the fuck would ever want to be Trevor Lane? Some of you niggers look up to Dreamers Pro. That's crazy to me, but it's true. Some of y'all look up to... like I said, it's just a crazy world, man. The internet is just weird, man. The internet is just a strange place. But, you know, let's get to the fakers, though, chat. I want to talk a little bit about the fakers, though, because a lot of people on the internet, they've been, you know, talking about the moves the fakers have made. You know, they're saying Rob Pelinka is cooking, and I really want to have a conversation Doesn't have to be a long conversation, but I did want to have a conversation about the state of the fakers. In my opinion, and y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. He said minimum he said minimum wage is 25 cents. That's crazy. You said talking shit from a hut with reinforced giraffe spit is crazy work. LOL. That's crazy. You said you go too far, but truth hurts hard. How's that too far? Folks, I want to have a conversation. All right. A lot of Faker fans today, after the signing of Matisse Thybulle, they hopped on the internet and they said that Rob Pelinka is cooking. My question to you guys is what is he cooking? Seriously. What is Rob Pelinka cooking, chat? You want to know what Rob Pelinka's cooking? Hot boiling water. That's what he's cooking. He's cooking boiling water. This roster is garbage. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a Faker hater. And I'm an admitted Faker hater. I told you guys I denounced my fandom for the Fakers a long time ago. I will never support the Fakers ever again in my life. It's going to be fuck the Fakers for me for the rest of my existence on planet Earth. And then once I die and I enter the afterlife, it's still going to be fuck the Fakers. I will never support the Fakers ever again. Right? So I want to show you guys what Faker fans are saying. I want to show you guys what the narrative is out there. Okay? Like I said, y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. So we got one Faker account, right? He said years of blame, total silence. Then he flipped the whole roster into a two-way machine around Luka. I spent years blaming this man. Turns out he was 3 steps ahead the whole time. Rob Pelinka knew exactly what he was doing. Thank you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping. What do you mean by that?
Folks, I'm a little bit confused here. Chat, where are your all-stars on this roster? Where are your superstars at? This roster has one star player and the rest of these guys are role players. You do realize certain teams have like 3 all-stars on their team? 3. I mean, with OKC, you got Jalen Williams, you got Chet, you got SGA. Some of these teams have like 3 all-stars. Lakers have 1. At bare minimum, you need at least 2 all-stars. Magic Kareem, Shaq Kobe, LeBron Anthony Davis. You have 1 star and 14 role players. Where's your other star at? Exactly. Like I said, you guys can continue to live in fairy tale land all you want. I'm not going to bother you guys. I'm really not. I'm not going to bother you guys. I'm going to let you guys rock out. But some of this shit is just insane. I mean, some of the conversations that I'm seeing are literally insane. Y'all do me a favor and add me on Twitter as well, by the way. So I responded to that tweet and I said, none of these Rob Pelinka cooked idiots are predicting the Fakers are winning the championship. And I wonder why. This is a play-in roster if Luka and Aston stay relatively healthy. One injury to either one, and the Fakers are done. He said the hardwood honkies. He said Reeves is a starter. Them sad. He said you got to win to be all-star. He said I can't wait to see the Fakers fail. Jael, you said Aston's going to be an all-star? We got Rulers back. You said I'm a Sixers fan. Matisse ain't about to do shit for them, but get a couple of steals? This is insanity, man. I mean, at the very least, right? With LeBron and AD, you had 2 number 1 overall picks. You have Luka and 14 role players. And y'all actually think y'all cooked? But y'all are going to get destroyed, bro. Honestly. Best case scenario, I think the Fakers can secure maybe a 7th or 8th spot. And then I think, obviously, they're going to lose in the first round. That's going to be the best case scenario for this season. For this team. This roster is garbage, man. This roster is garbage. I'm not just saying that either, chat. You guys have really underestimated how good LeBron James is at basketball. If you think you're going to lose LeBron James and just bring in a bunch of like just shitty role players and you think that's going to be enough to replace the impact of a LeBron, do you guys understand LeBron is a system? He literally is a system by himself. He's an offensive system. These players that you're signing, these are role players. They're not a system. Quentin Grimes, you know, the nigga from Toronto, the white boy from Toronto, Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, Matisse Thybulle, Kevon Looney, Aston Reeves. These guys are not a system. I'm gonna be honest with you, Faker fans, when it comes to like their ball knowledge, these people are like, they're legitimately retarded to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You think you're gonna replace the greatest player that ever played the game of basketball with 10 role players? You think 10 role players are gonna come on your team and they're gonna equate to having LeBron James on your roster? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. When Michael Jordan left the Bulls, what have the Bulls done since Michael Jordan left? Have they been able to recover since Michael Jordan left? When Michael left, when Phil left, when Scotty left, that's your whole team. You can't replace that. They done went and signed how many players since? They probably done signed at least 1,500 to 2,000 players since Michael Jordan and Scotty and Phil Jackson them left. And they still can't win. You think because you signed 10, 15 role players that they can make up for what LeBron James brings to the equation? Come on, man. You're not serious, bro. You're just not serious, man. You're not serious, bro. You're not serious, bro. Fakers are a joke, man. Fakers are a joke, man. Phone lines are open, man. I don't even know what we're talking about, man. Nigga, Utah is better than the Fakers, dude. Straight up. Utah right now. Oh, and by the way, chat, Don C is now he's now ducking me, chat, at this point. I've hit this man up. I try to give him his respect, chat, and you know, because like I said, I don't know, you know, what niggas' situations are. I understand, you know, it's hard out here. It's a struggling economy or whatever the case is. Chat, this was I hit this man up on April the 16th, chat. I sent him my number and I said, Apple Pay me. Text me first so I make sure you have the right number. This was April the 16th, chat. He said, okay, I got you. I gave this man a month. I hit him back up again a month later. I said, it's been 1 month. No response. I hit the nigga up again. June 16th. I said, it's been 2 months now, dude. No way you expect me to believe you haven't been able to use a cell phone in 2 months. Because remember, that's what his excuse was. I'm going to be in the ocean, working in the oil rig in the ocean. I'm not going to have any, you know, connection with the outside world. I said, come on, dude, you haven't been in the ocean for 2 months. So that was June 16th. Folks, this was 5 days ago, July 16th. I said, it's been 3 months now. Why are you not responding? LOL. Folks, he's reading these, he read all these messages. He's leaving me on red. You see the check mark, chat? That means he read it. He saw it. He's leaving me on red now. Ty said, nasty work. He's a clown. Yeah, he's a clown, bro. He's a clown. I can't even lie to you. This is like it'd be one thing, right? Like if he was like, okay, I don't have the money, but like I can pay you on this date, or I can do like, you know, some payments, right? Like every time I get paid, I can send you 200 or 100, right? I would have respect for him then. It's been 90 days since the bet. We made this bet, chat, a year ago. He already had 10 months to get the money together. There should be no reason he didn't have the money in the first place. You had 10 months to collect $1,000. Now it's been 90 days. Chat, think about that. It's been 90 days since Luker was approved. You know, because remember he had to file that grievance to the NBA. Because he only played 64 games. So he had to file a grievance so he could be eligible. It's been 90 days since then. And he's not responding anymore. That's some slime ball shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's some slimy shit, dude. That's some slimy shit, man. You made the bet. You made the bet. And you guys remember April the 2nd, when he thought Luker was going to go into OKC and beat the Thunder, he called into the show. He was like, yo, if Luker wins this game, I'm going to be trolling you. If nobody else is here, I'm going to be here. Luker lost the game and this nigga done went missing. I should have known he was a fraud from day one. A black man that calls himself a Luker fan. I should have known he was a fraud. Don C, you're a fraud, nigga. You're a fraud. But I should have known that. You're a Luker fan. I should have known, chat. Don C's from Oklahoma. You tell me one real nigga that ever came out of Oklahoma. Tell me one. Tell me an actor. Tell me a movie star. Tell me a rapper. Tell me one real nigga that ever came out of Oklahoma. Oklahoma don't got no real niggas, man. This nigga's from Oklahoma. I should have known he was a buster. You're a buster, Don C. Straight up. You're trying to act like, you know, you're still in the ocean, dude. It's been 90 days, dude. You're not in the ocean, dude. You're not in the ocean. I mean, that's just pathetic to me. We got Jael. Jael, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, what you expect from a nigga named Det C? And he a Luka fan. You can't expect no integrity from a nigga that's a Luka fan. You see what he did at the end of the year? He faked the injury so he didn't get his cheeks clapped. So I expect his fans to be the same way. They're gonna be fakers. They're gonna do whatever they need to do to avoid that cheek clapping.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wicked out here, man. You know, from Ryan Clark, you know, getting buck broke on national TV, you know, to what the fakers are doing to the blacks, to what Doug C did to me. It's just wicked out here, man. Honestly, you got to stay out the way out here, dude. It's just a crazy world, man. It's wicked out here, man.
Hey, you think that's crazy? Just wait and see till you see the push that the NBA and the Laker fans and all of these dudes is going to be to try to make Aston an all-star. Just wait and see. Because, you know, we've been saying this whole time, what is it about this dude that make these people love him so much, that be so behind him? Watch this. We going to see when the all-star game come around, bro, they're going to be having his face everywhere. They're going to be trying to pin the whole hopes of the NBA on a new great white hype. See,
Jael.
Luka's old news.
Jael. I don't know if you remember, but maybe about 9 years ago, Russell Westbrook and Damian Lillard, they were going back and forth in the media because Damian Lillard was actually campaigning to be an all-star, right? And Russ didn't like it. So, you know, this happened about 2017, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think people understand, right, how difficult it is to make the all-star team in the Western Conference as a guard. Aston is never making an all-star team. I mean, if I just started going down the list of guards...
Oh, legit.
I mean, if I started going down the list of guards in the West, right? Like, did you niggas forget about Damian Lillard? He'll be back this year. Did you niggas forget about Ja Morant?
You being too logical, Reg.
He is gonna be back this year, right? That's already two. Hold on, Giles. That's already
too logical.
Hold on, Giles. That's already 2 All-Stars. I didn't mention Steph Curry. I didn't mention Stephon Castle. I didn't mention SGA and Jalen Wood. Like, come on, bro. He's not making an all-star team. He's just not. He had a good little couple of games when we started the season last year because LeBron didn't play. That was 25 points that weren't there. So he was able to step up and score more points when LeBron wasn't there. That's why he had that little all-star run. But it's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen.
I agree, Reg, but if you just take the way the mayonnaise media was pushing that, oh, he was an all-star for 2 months. He was an all-star for 2 months. They're going to take that and make it a whole campaign this year. I guarantee it. We know he don't deserve to be no all-star. Like you said, you just named 4 dudes right there who 100% should be considered before him. But they're going to campaign for this dude so hard that they're going to try to get him in. And if he don't get voted in, one of the coaches is going to put him in. I guarantee it, bro. I guarantee it. Because it's just something that makes these white dudes push for it.
Jael, what you have to understand is that when Michael Jackson was on the Jackson 5, those other niggas were relevant, right? Once Michael Jackson went off and did his own thing, we never heard from them niggas ever again. Right? I only know like one brother, Tito. No, Tito and Jermaine. I don't know the other 2. I don't even know their names. There's 5 of them niggas, right? What I'm saying, Jael, is that last year they were using LeBron, right? The only reason that Austin and Luka got the coverage and the attention that they did was because of LeBron. If you take LeBron out of the equation, nobody's going to be talking about them next year. They're not going to be the media darlings like they were last year. If LeBron goes to Miami, I'm telling you right now, that is where the basketball universe will go. It's been in LA for the last 8 years because LeBron is the face of basketball. But now that he's gone, I'm telling you, bro, it's over with for Luka. And I don't even think they'll get the same calls next year, if I'm being honest with you. They won't get the same calls. They won't get the same calls. They won't get the same amount of TV coverage. They won't get the same amount of nationally televised games. You're going to see. It's over.
Yeah, I would agree with you, except for the fact that the United States is 65% white. And this is an opportunity to back the white revolution like never before. Like, people were cheering that LeBron James was gone, and they were cheering for Luka and Reeves and happy that they were there to be able to, I guess, spread their wings and do their thing on their own. Bro, the white media, the white population, the white fans, all the Mexican Kobe fans, bro, they hated LeBron and they're going to be cheering for Reeves. I guarantee it. What you're saying is 100% perfectly logical. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but what we all know is the human being is the ultimate variable. You can never determine what a human being thinks or how they would act. So you are saying what should logically happen when LeBron leave, it ain't gonna be that much coverage on them. But the white people, bro, the way they show up and support whites, bruh, I think it's gonna be a whole campaign all year to push Luka and to push Reeves, if for nothing else, to spite LeBron and say, see, look what we was able to do, or look what we created or have here without you. Even if it's just to spite LeBron, I think they're gonna try to put up such a large campaign that, I mean, you won't be able to stop him from making an all-star team.
Jael, for him to make an all-star team, he's got to be an all-star on the floor. No amount of coverage and pod trashers are going to talk him into being an all-star. He's got to go out there and prove that he's better than all the other guards that are in the Western Conference. You and I both know he's not going to do that.
Oh, no.
And then the tanking rules have been changed, so teams are not going to be tanking like how they've been tanking. See, he was able to get by last year because the schedule, we played Utah 3-4 times to start the year. We played the Pelicans 3-4 times to start the year. We played Portland 3-4 times to start the year. We played all them sorry-ass teams 3-4 times to start the year. Those teams ain't going to be tanking. Utah's not tanking this year. Portland's not tanking this year. There ain't going to be no off days this year. And then, once again, you're not going to get the same coverage now that LeBron James is not on the roster anymore. When LeBron was in Cleveland, that's all we cared about. When LeBron was in Miami, that's all we cared about. Now that he's in LA, that's all that we cared about. So now when he goes somewhere else, let's say he goes to Miami, that's what everybody's going to be talking about. If he goes and teams up with Giannis and Bam, that's going to be the best story, the hottest story in sports. Nobody will care about the Lakers. I remember when he was in Miami the first time. When he was in Miami, and the Lakers had Dwight Howard and Steve Nash and Kobe and all that, and it flopped. That's what it's gonna be this year with it's just gonna flop, dude. It's not gonna come on, man, stop it. It's not gonna be what you're saying it's gonna be, Jael. I'm telling you. They're about to flop.
I'm not saying it's not gonna look bad. It could very well look bad. And I'm also not saying that what you're saying is wrong about playing those bad teams and them not tanking because of the tanking rules. What I'm trying to say is they are going to make such a concerted effort to make Aston Reeves the thing that they want him to be. He got an unlimited green light. They're going to put the ball in his hands to do whatever he wants. I'm telling you, it's not going to be because of his play. It's going to be because of the narrative and the concerted effort to push him. I don't think he's going to deserve it either. but bro, I have no faith in white fairness. Bro, white people are going to do whatever, put the other white man on a pedestal. I have no faith in white fairness. And I believe we're going to see that play out with Aston Reeves. Same reason. He didn't deserve an $180 million contract, but somehow he got it. They made such a concerted effort to put the narrative out there that he was worth the money. They pushed it so hard, they basically willed it into existence. I'm just saying they're going to try to do the same thing for him when it comes to the All-Star game. I agree with you 100%. He don't deserve it. And just his play, even when they said he was an all-star for the first 2 months last year, he still wasn't one of the top 4 point guards in the West. But I just think they're going to make it a point to try to spike LeBron and try to push Austin Reeves. I don't think he's going to be all that great on the court, but I think they're going to create the narrative and they're going to push the agenda. They've been doing it the whole time. The white revolution is up on us. The mayonnaise media have been pushing the white agenda the whole time. I don't think they're going to all of a sudden stop because LeBron is gone. I think they're going to go even harder to try to rub it in his face. I don't think that sounds too far-fetched. See, you think I'm trolling. I ain't trolling, man. I just know the climate here in California, bro, and I know the whites around here, bro, them whiteys around here, bro, they pushing Austin Reeves. Man, you remember a couple of months ago, Gilbert Arenas called that fool Lemon Daddy. You know, people was actually calling him that out here, Lemon Daddy? People was actually saying that.
Jael, please. Last year.
Hey,
no. Please. Last year, right? You had, let me see, the guards that made the All-Star team last year. You had Luka, Steph Curry, SGA. They were the starters. The reserves that were guards: Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray finally made the All-Star team last year. That was his first All-Star nod. So there were 6 guards last year that made the All-Star team. 6. There's no way Aston is going to be one of the 6 best guards next year. He would have a better chance of making an All-Star team in the East as a guard than he would ever as in the West. He's never making an All-Star team in the West, bro. It's just not going to happen. We got GD. Shout out to GD, though, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I just wanna be free.
LeBron fans.
You said someone said Bron not bigger than the Lakers, but yet the NBA can't complete the Lakers schedule until Bron signs. People pay to see the Mandingos. Mr. Player Made said, whose spot is he going to take? He's not, he's never making an All-Star team in the West, bro. Like, that's never going to happen. I'm sorry. Like, this just never going to happen. Y'all can let that shit go. There's a reason he faked an injury in December. Y'all forgot that part. You know, it's funny how y'all remember certain parts of the story last year, and then certain parts y'all conveniently forget. So, yes, in the first couple of months of the season, was he playing well? Was he playing okay? Sure. But then what happened? We got to play-in tournament. Well, I keep saying play-in tournament. The NBA Cup. We got to the NBA Cup, and the games started to, ramp up. The intensity started to ramp up. And what happened? He got exposed. De'Aaron Fox was exposing him. Tyrese Maxey in Philadelphia. Rich Paul, Max Kellerman. Everybody was saying he needs to go to the bench. He got exposed. So he faked an injury. and he didn't play in December and January, which is why he didn't make the All-Star team, because he faked an injury. Had he would have kept playing for December and January, everybody would have been like, man, that nigga, man, come on, man, this nigga's a fraud. He wasn't no fucking All-Star. But he faked an injury, and so all y'all remember is, oh, well, he was playing like an All-Star. Yeah, until we got to the NBA Cup, and we started playing more competitive games, and he started getting exposed. And he wasn't looking like no All-Star no more. He was looking like a fraud, because that's what he is. You said LeBron leaving just put a target on the Lakers' back? Exactly. You have nobody to save you now. That's what I'm saying. When things get... We've never seen Aston close out a basketball game. Have we ever seen a close game where Aston closed out the game? Tell me one game where you closed out a game. Tell me one game last year Aston closed out a game. Tell me one game we was in a close game down the stretch and we needed him to close the game out and he closed out the game. I don't remember one game he ever closed out. Tell me one game. Just one. You said Aston beat the Wolves game-winning shot? Oh, yeah, you're right. When Anthony Edwards didn't play. It was like, what, the third game of the season? And nobody cared? Okay. Okay, sure. I guess I'll give you that one. Yeah, even though the other team's best player didn't play. Okay, I guess I'll give you that one. I guess that counts, chat. I guess that counts. You said, and the Warriors on Christmas. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. I said last year. So he had that one game where he beat the Wolves with no Anthony Edwards. Okay, I'll give you that one. Is that it? He said the Mayo media only pushed Reeves because the incentive was a big check, aka a big payday for them. The mayonnaise media got their incentive already. He said he closed the gate in his farm. You said not in the playoffs, though? You said, I don't think they know what closeout means. Bron closed out Philly. Bro, Austin sucks, dude. Like, that's what's going to be funny next year is when you guys are in close games and you need somebody to close the game out. That's what's going to be funny. That's what's going to be funny is those close games next year. Like I said, y'all got lucky last year. Y'all played a lot of tanking teams to start the year. And y'all were able to get off to a hot start. You know what this year going to be like, chat? I'm going to tell you what this year going to be like for the Fakers. You guys remember Darvin's rookie year? And we started the season like 0-5. You guys remember that? Darvin's rookie year, we started the season 0-5. I think our first 14 games, we were 2-12. That's what it's going to be like for the Fakers. And you guys remember that whole year, we were climbing our way out of the bottom of the conference. I remember we had to climb our way out just to get to the 7th seed. And then we went on our run in the playoffs. We beat Memphis, we beat Golden State, and then we ultimately lost to Denver. That's what I think this year is going to be like for the Fakers. They're going to have a hard time closing out games, and I think they're going to start the year off at the bottom of the conference, and it's going to be a struggle for them to climb their way into a playoff spot. That's my prediction. Yeah, that's my prediction. That's my prediction. These teams aren't laying down for the Fakers this year like they were, you know, last year. Last year, Utah laid down, the Pelicans laid down, Portland laid down. Them teams ain't laying down this year. Y'all realize Portland got Y'all realize Portland got Ja and Dame? Like, y'all ain't talking about how lethal of a backcourt that's gonna be. Ja Morant and Damian Lillard. That's a nice-ass backcourt. And the thing that I like about it is that they play two completely different styles. You know, Ja Morant is more like a downhill, you know, attacker. And then Damian Lillard, he's like a, you know, he's like a shooter. Damian Lillard's really a 2 to me. He's really a 2 guard to me. You know, he's like Steph. You know, him and Steph are really like 2 guards to me. They're really like undersized 2 guards. They're not really even point guards. So that's what I would do. I would let Ja play the 1. And then I would have Dame playing the 2. I would put Dame off ball a little bit more. And let Dame run around and just catch and shoot. You know, beat niggas off the dribble. I'm telling you, bro, Portland gonna be nice this year. Portland's gonna be nice. Ja, Dame. I think they still got Drew Holiday. Still got Denny Avia. Still got Robert Williams. Portland got a little squad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna definitely make some money with Portland this year. Portland got a squad. Utah got a squad. Jaren Jackson Jr., Lowry Markkanen, Keontae George, Darren Peterson, Ace Bailey. Bro, that's better than the Lakers. I don't care what none of you niggas say. That's better than the Lakers. They're beating the Lakers this year. They're not laying down like how they been doing. You guys remember last year when LeBron came back from injury against the Jazz? And that was like a perfect game for him to come back because the Jazz is just like a team that'll lay down for you. They're not laying down this year, chat. The days of Utah laying down and Utah being an easy win for the Fakers, that's not happening this year. Utah is not laying down for the Fakers anymore. You said Luka and Reeves can cook them. You tripping? Them boys little with no defense?
What do you mean by that?
What team are you talking about? I know you're not talking about Ja and Dame. I hope you're talking about Utah. I know you ain't talking about Ja and Dame. You said LeBron ain't gonna be there to anchor the bench. You say you can't rule out LeBron returning to the Fakers. Yo, you dudes, man, you dudes are pathetic, dude. Yo, this is embarrassing. I mean, let the chick go, dude. You know, Jesus Christ, dude. If a girl doesn't want you, man, just move on, bro. Go outside, bro. There's plenty of other hoes, dude. You know, go outside and get you some new pussy, man. LeBron has already let it be known he don't want y'all anymore. Y'all still talking about some, oh, we can still get, like, let it go, bruh. Go get some new pussy. There's plenty of pussy outside. Go get some new pussy. LeBron is not coming back to the Fakers, dude. Let it go, bruh. Let it go, man. Y'all gotta stop this crap, man. Seriously. You said 6'2", 6'3", no defense. Ja can't shoot the 3. Be for real, Reggie?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Chat, this is what I be talking about when I say niggas only can talk about LeBron. This would be the shit I be talking about. Niggas don't know what the fuck they be talking about, dude. Like, this is insanity. You see up here where it says 2-time All-Star, All-NBA, Rookie of the Year? You see where it says that? You know what those are? You know what we call those? We call those accomplishments. You see where it says right here, first round pick, second overall pick in the NBA draft? You see where it says that? You see where it says career 22 points a game? You know what Aston averages for his career? Come on, gang. Did you forget who Damian Lillard is? I'm taking Damian Lillard over Luka. Damian Lillard is better than Luka. I'm taking Dame over Luka, and I'm damn sure taking Ja Morant over fucking Aston Reeves. Like, what are we talking about? Come on, man. Y'all are trolls, man. Y'all are trolling. Y'all are trolling. He said younger than Aston with more accomplishments. You said you're tripping, Reg, on the Portland backcourt? Tripping on what?
LeBron fans.
Go have me on a late night mission, pulling up.
We got Terry in the chat. He said Ja doesn't need to shoot the three. He's blowing past Luka and Reeves, plus Dame shoots the three and Drew. Yeah, Drew's gonna lock that shit up. Drew's gonna lock them niggas the fuck up. Damian Lillard shooting threes, and then Ja, like you said, Ja's getting to the rim at ease. He said Aston was getting cooked by De'Aaron Fox. Oh my God, these people, man. You Faker fans are just straight up delusional. I'm taking Ja and Dame just because they're black. Straight up. I'm taking Ja and Dame. Fuck the actual basketball conversation. I'm taking them just because they're black. They're better than Luka and Reeves just because they're black. Forget the basketball conversation. Let me go ahead and take the numbers off the screen. The numbers don't matter. I'm taking Dame and Ja just because they're black. I would never pick two white boys over two hood niggas. I'm never doing that.
Hey, wait, man. You set me up.
Look, Raymond. Now, I seen you hustle, man.
Hey, I ain't never used no goofy white motherfucker like that.
Hey, who you calling goofy white motherfucker?
Hey, you goofy white motherfucker.
Let's go.
I wanna be good to you, baby. Ooh.
Hey, Raymond.
You set me up.
Look, Raymond. Now, I seen you hustle, man.
Hey, I ain't never used no goofy white motherfucker like that.
Hey, who you calling goofy white motherfucker?
Hey, you goofy white motherfucker.
Let's go.
Have you ever felt warm on a cold, cold night? How it get you when you least expect
Shut your
it?
bitch ass up.
Chat, we have niggas in the chat right now talking about the white boys are better than the blacks. We got to start revoking you niggas black card. If you're in the chat right now and you're telling me that you're taking two white boys over Ja and Damian Lillard, you're fucking trolling. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're trolling. Like, straight up, you're trolling me. You're trolling me. Like, I don't care what anybody, you're trolling. And y'all gotta stop that trolling shit. If we walk into LA Fitness right now, and you got Ja and Dame on one side, and then you got Luka and Aston on the other side, and I say you gotta pick one duo in a game for your life. 2-on-2. I'm dying with Ja and Dame. I'm dying with Ja and Dame. I'm not dying with Luka and Reeves. You're crazy. You're crazy. 2-on-2 for your life. You can either take Ja Morant and Damian Lillard, or you can take Luka and Aston. Nigga, I'm dying with Ja and Dame. If I die, I die. I'm not putting my life on the line with Luka and Aston. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. He said niggas love anything and everything white. That's crazy. He said the white revolution is upon us. That's you. You're the one going for it. I ain't going for it. You say you're not dying with the All Lives Matter duo? Nah, bro. You got it. You got it, gang. The chatters are out tonight, dude. The chatters are out tonight, boy. You niggas in this bitch chatting tonight. I need to send you niggas on your own. I need to send you niggas to bed, for real. You niggas in this bitch just chatting. You niggas are in this bitch chatting, dude. On God. You niggas are in this bitch chatting tonight. That's crazy. Niggas saying Luka and Aston is going to be better than Ja and Dame. That's insanity. Nigga, I'll take Keontae George and Darren Peterson. I will take Keontae George and Darren Peterson over Luka and Aston. And I said what I said.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said.
Yeah, I'm taking Keontae George. Forget Ja and Dame. I'm taking Keontae and Darren Peterson over Luka and Aston. I mean, what are we talking about? Luka and Aston. Come on, man. You said Dame and Ja way better than Luka and Aston, but no defense in that Portland backcourt? Okay, it's the same shit in LA. They don't got no defense neither. What defense they got? They don't got no defense neither. It's the same shit. Except one side is black, the other is white. I'm sorry, I'm rolling with the blacks. It is what it is. He said, give me the culture over anybody. I'm rolling with the dark butts, dude. Y'all can have the honkies. I'm rolling with the dark butts. You say Dame had Giannis and was still ass? No, Giannis is ass. I keep telling y'all that. Giannis hasn't won a playoff series in 5 years. Giannis is ass. You niggas act like playing with Giannis is like, you know, you act like you're playing with fucking LeBron or something. Like, Giannis is ass. Nigga, Chris Middleton saved Giannis. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. They saved Giannis. They closed out those games. I remember. I was there. It was Chris Middleton. He was the Kobe to Giannis' Shaq. He was the one closing them games out. He don't get enough credit. Y'all be giving Giannis too much credit, dude. Y'all don't give Drew Holiday no credit. Y'all don't give Middleton no credit. Y'all act like Giannis just won on his own. You said you can still lose, though? This how niggas get their ass beat? Yeah, I'm not losing to no fucking white dude. Straight up. I don't know what the fuck you on. Or what you chatting about. And if I can't beat you, I'm gonna go get the Glock. If I can't beat you, I got a 30 clip. Like I said, if you fear white boys, that's on you. I don't fear no fucking white boy. I'm trying to think. When is the last... I can't even think of like the last white duo that was just raw. Has there ever been a white duo that's just been like good? I'm trying to think. I don't think in all of my years watching the NBA, I've ever seen a white duo. I don't think I've ever seen that. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Give me a white duo in the last 25 years that was raw. I've been watching this sport since 2001. Can y'all tell me a white duo in the last 25 years that was raw? Tell me one. We've never even seen this shit before. We got Negro League. You said Dame averaged 25 and 7 in Milwaukee as a second option. How is he ass? Niggas just be chatting, bro. You said Dirk and Nash. Nigga, what year was that? So they played together up until 2004? So, yeah, I was barely watching. Steve Nash averages 14 points for his career. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So he left Dirk in 2004. He averaged 18 in 02, 18 in 03, and 15 in 04. So he was basically Aston Reeves. Let me look up Dirk's stats real quick. This nigga was averaging 17. Those is Aston Reeves numbers. So Dirk and... Okay, so Dirk was a little bit better. Dirk was 23 in 02, 25 in 03, and then 22 in 04. So one guy was averaging, let's just say 24. Let's just average it out. So 24, and the other guy's averaging 18. Yeah, that sounds like Luka and Aston. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's crazy. Let me see. What's the highest they ever finished in the regular season? What's the highest seed Dirk and Steve Nash had? Let's see. The highest regular season seed. No, when they played together. When they played together. The highest seed Dirk and Steve Nash had while playing together on the Mavericks was the 3 seed. They achieved in the 2001 season after finishing with a 53 and 29 record. So they were the 3 seed. Okay. So let me see when they lost. What round did the 2001 Mavs lose in the playoffs? The 2001 Mavs, they lost in the second round. They lost to the Spurs. Second round exit. Okay. So we got to go back exactly 25 years ago to find a white duo, and they lost in the second round. So that's going to be the Lakers' ceiling, losing in the second round. This nigga said Clay and Steph, the coldest white duo. Yeah, Steph Curry's a nigga, dude. You seen his hair? Steph Curry got nigga naps. Steph Curry's a nigga. Klay Thompson, isn't his daddy Michael Thompson? His daddy's from the Bahamas, right? Yeah, so, you know, Clay's invited to the cookout. You said they were whooping Shaq and Kobe's ass? Let me see. 2001 Mavs versus Lakers. Oh no, that's the whole damn game. That's the whole damn game. Oh yeah, Steve Nash and Dirk. I ain't gonna lie, Dirk is cold though. Dirk was cold. I used to like watching Dirk. Dirk could play. So I can't even hate on Dirk and Nash as a duo. Yeah, that might be the last like raw duo. I didn't really see this though, cause this was like right when I started watching basketball. I was probably maybe like 6 years old, so I wasn't watching like every single game, and I wouldn't have remembered this at all. I was like 6 years old, 2001. So, but yeah, Dirk and Nash. I'm gonna watch some of their highlights when I get off of this show. I'm gonna watch some of those highlights. You said he was busting Kobe and Shaq ass. You said if your mom is white, you're white?
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. You said Jokic and Murray? Yeah, y'all are trolling now. All right, chat. Niggas is in here trolling. You said Dirk wasn't cold for long enough and his defense was trash. He was only a scorer. Well, I mean, he's white. Like, white dudes don't play defense, man. All right, niggas in here saying Jokic and Aaron Gordon. You said Cooper Flag and Kyrie. Since Kyrie's from Australia, he's got to be white. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, dude. Yeah, I'm going to go watch some of those Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki highlights. I'm gonna go watch some of those highlights, actually. But yeah, in conclusion, chat, shout out to Ryan Clark. Hopefully now, he's gotten his Negro wake up call, and hopefully he can stop cooning for the white man. Because you just don't get anything for it, right? You're always better off just being a real nigga. Just be a real nigga from day one. I don't know why you guys want to work with these people anyway, right? Like, why do you want to work with these people? I don't want to work with Peter fucking Schrager. I don't want to see Peter Schrager, man. All right? Do what Shannon Sharpe does, man. Just start an all-black podcast. You know what I mean? Just do what Uncle Gay does. Just start an all-black podcast, let the whites have their show, and let us do our own show. Simple as that, man. So yeah, shout to Ryan Clark. He got buck broke today. He got fired on live TV, but he'll be all right. And then yeah, like I said, as far as the fakers are concerned, chat, I'm seeing play-in, chat. I'm seeing play-in, man. I'm seeing play-in. I'm not seeing a top 6 seed. I'm seeing play-in, man. Real talk. This is a play-in roster. And I think if you disagree with that, then you're just either a faker fan or you just lack a basic understanding of the game of basketball. We got SG, shout out to SG Prince, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
LeBron fans.
Go have me on a late night mission, pulling up.
You said, just for perspective, Dirk and Nash in their last year together in 2004 produced the greatest relative offensive rating of all time. Just a nugget. Yeah, to me, offensive rating is just it's a pointless stat. It's a stat that the nerds use. I don't really see how offensive rating is like relevant, because, you could have a good offensive rating in the regular season, but who cares, right? The games aren't important in the regular season. They don't really matter as much as opposed to the playoffs, right? So you could be a great regular season team, and then get to the postseason and get clapped. So I don't really care about like a lot of those advanced analytics. I think it's just a bunch of, malarkey, if I'm being honest with you. Offensive rating, defensive rating, box plus minus, it's all bullshit. These are new terms that just came around, started making their rounds. Like I said, when I was growing up, man, we never talked about offensive rating. We just never had conversations like this. It was never about, oh well, hey, did you see last night's game, man? Did you see the Nuggets last night? Yeah, they got the best offensive rating in the league. No, we never cared about that. It was always just about the stars. It was about Melo, about Bron, about Kobe. That's how we discussed the game. It was always about the stars. No, I didn't really care about, net rating, offensive rating, plus minus, 95th percentile, per cleaning the glass, Luka Doncic is in the 99th percentile. It's just like, I never cared about stuff like that, But like I said, I'm going to go watch some of these, Steve Nash highlights on the Mavericks. And yeah, that's really all I got, chat, on this one, man. Y'all do me a favor and drop a like on your way out, folks. I'm out, man. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. I'm out, folks. Peace.